Wednesday. What do we got? Well, we got some shit. Look, folks, you know the drill. You know what I do. I get on here and I talk to you for a few minutes, and then I go over black news and I give you reasons not to fucking smile. Today we're gonna hit an interesting topic. It's gonna be interesting because I need to know. We need to address cause and effect, reasons. What the fuck is going on? Well, after careful collaboration with my moderator, Katrina, we've come up with a topic, today's topic. And I'm going to tell you that it's an answer to the question. Today's topic, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, Hebrews! Today's topic is the answer, and here it is. Are you ready? It's the sun. You need to hear it again. Let me roll through it just one more time. It's the sun. It's the answer to all the problems. It's the reason why things are going the way they are. You ask yourself every day you wake up, I know you do, what's wrong with them? What the fuck's going on? Why are they so in their goddamn feelings shit? It's the sun. I figured it out. Yes, through observation, living experience, and just sitting down thinking about it. What is it that's making them go insane? It's the sun. Yeah, it's the sun. It's the sun. I mean, the sun, it's up there, you know. Listen, I'm 56. How old are you, right? The sun seems to have made some adjustments. And I didn't get a memo. See, look, folks, that sun I remember was yellow. That's what color the sun was. It was yellow. It was a bright yellow. I used to draw this shit in kindergarten. I used to wear out yellow crayons, trying to put the sun beaming up in the corner down to the house. Everybody does it, right? Have you looked at the sun lately? Have any of you taken notice of what the sun is doing and what they are doing in defense of what the sun is doing to them? Now look, not only are they working on the outer layers of this planet, slowly whittling away, creating holes, creating magnetic shifts, all these things. And then you couple that with the sun appearing from a beautiful yellow. I love this fucking yellow. The sun. It's white. It's brighter. Is living mind. So, okay? Floods, the rain. The rain has closed Yosemite National Park under the caldera.
Yep.
Every entrance, every exit closed as of yesterday. As the very earth vibrates in relation to what the sun is doing. And folks, if the sun is causing the earth to create storms and earthquakes and volcanoes and all this shit, what's it doing to people who don't have protection from the sun? wouldn't they also get a little energized? But for those of us with enough melanin in our systems, melanin, yeah, melanin, folks, I don't know what to tell you. You need to hear what I'm saying. And what are they doing? What are they doing as a reaction to the sun turning whiter? Well, they're trying to spray shit all over the sky to mask that new white light. Folks, look. It's the sun. It's the sun. Nothing else has changed. I'm serious. Nothing else has changed. There's no other aspect. Dying and living. The only thing that changed is that know it. They're approaching it. Something is causing the sun to change. And they're creating caves, deep underground military bunkers, and preserve themselves and their way of life, a way of life that has evidently can. I talked to she the equation for a moment. If individuals, you're right, seems to be losing its mind the most on this planet, you'd almost determine that nature has made a decision. And nature abhors a vacuum, and there is a vacuum within this global society. And so, it will either be filled or eliminated. Now, put God back into the equation, and again, I go back to it being the sun. The sun is what's doing it. The sun protection. They lack the melanin needed.
28 days.
And so they are driven mad.
28 days.
You don't believe me.
Y'all remember that movie? 28 days.
Why are these individuals so hell-bent on their whiteness? Why is caucasity the order of the day? Why are they invigorated into action, trying to save themselves from replacement? Look, folks, nobody's trying to replace anybody. I think they may be getting baked out of existence. Shit, if I was a white person, I'd probably be nervous as hell too.
Damn.
I mean, you better understand what's happening to the sun. If you don't believe me, do a comparison. Do it in your mind if you're old enough. UV rays, all these things, I can't even imagine what it might be doing to individuals devoid of the melanin needed to protect themselves. And as the sun gets brighter and whiter, stronger and longer, these individuals will go more and more insane. This prophecy continues to pour toward them in buckets of truth and reality. It's my recommendation that Hebrews, Negroes, you and I, steer clear of these individuals who more likely have no idea what's happening to them. Protect yourselves. Keep your head on a swivel.
Ooh.
Maintain focus and do it with a serious countenance.
Great minds think alike.
The kingdom seriously. Please don't await the kingdom with a shit-eating grin on your faces. It's an insult to how you got here. Ah! That's it. It's the sun! Don't tell them we told them. All right, let's go. All right. You know, I was gonna get into some other shit, but tap the screen. Katrina has told me to ask you all to tap the screen. I understand that helps in algorithmic activity. Don't know what that means, but it sounds kind of cool. Thanks so much. I'm Doug Rice, 6:53 in the morning. You're on your way to work. I know. You're ready to go, right? Right? You're getting dressed. You got me, set up on the bed with the speaker all the way up. You don't got to watch me. And I know damn well you can hear me. It's the sun. Keep that in mind. As you go about your day, remember that you are protected. Natural protection just guarding you day and night. Do nothing. Go about your day. But understand there are those about you that are not protected, that feel those cosmic rays penetrate the epidural layers of unprotected skin, creating confusion, fear, a sense of dread. Because we cannot recognize what is going on in the minds of those around us, it is best for you to protect yourself. Keep your head on a swivel and that goddamn grin off your faces. Let's continue. All right, Black News. That's what we do. I peruse the Black News. Now, look, I know what day it is. Oh, Jesus. Is it that day? I don't know. Oh, my God. How many days? How many times? How long do I have to hear about this fucking Juneteenth? Listen to me.
That's why my bank
right
was
up
closed
there
today.
And the first black anything. That's about how many damns I give about Juneteenth. And I hope, I pray. Hebrews! Understand there is no man-made holy day. You out of your fucking minds? Celebrate this shit at your own peril. But I'll be damn glad when it's over. All right, Black News. 6:55 in the morning, 7 a.m. I know you're about to get in your car and drive. What, you got a 40-minute or so? I'll get you right. I'll get that fucking grin off your face before you get to work, I promise. Shall we? All right, so, here we go. Black News, you know what I do. I just look up two terms, two words, Black News. That's it. It's not rocket science. I'm not reinventing the wheel, although I could. But Black News right there in Microsoft Bing kind of gives me what I need to review. I need to give it to you. I need you to understand why you should not smile. First, you don't know what's smiling back at you. A smile is an invitation for conversation. A smile is an invitation for interaction. A smile says, come on, talk to me. You're welcome. Let me explain. You are Negroes, Hebrews, set apart. You're not even supposed to be in the vicinity of individuals to see their faces. You are a people of special possession, enslaved through circumstance and prophecy by God Almighty, soon to be delivered from this penal colony for Negroes, made for us, by us. So there's no reason to smile. Not a goddamn thing is funny. Let me prove it. All right, so here we go. A lifetime of burden. Older black adults die from air pollution 3 times the rate of white adults. Study finds. Okay. There's that. The fuck? All right. Social media empowers a generation of Americans about Juneteenth and black history in this god-awful place. Tell me something. Who told you to take pride in the struggle of black people here? Who told you it should be a thing? It'd be a multi-billion-dollar industry that the black struggle, civil rights movement, and all the things that happen to brothers and sisters in this country be profited from. Have you lost your fucking minds? In celebrating any of this nonsense, you do a disservice not just to yourself, but to those that come before you that would look at you with odd wonderment how you could even begin to celebrate your time here. What are you doing? You suddenly like it here? You just fucking like it here. Is that what? Seriously? What do they got to do to you to prove to you that they don't like you here? I mean, as much as they open their mouth and run it ad infinitum about equal rights and how much they love us, they still maintain a healthy murder rate that does not subside. And if one gets in front of us just scared enough, armed to the teeth with a badge, they might put over 100 and some odd bullets in us. Perhaps even in an enclosed space. Perhaps, I don't know, a hospital. Maybe, I don't know, the proof in the pudding is the individual that'll drive 200 miles to make the point of how much Negroes mean to them. End 10 lives on a Saturday while they shop. Don't you feel welcome in this place? And you have the unmitigated gall to determine that you will celebrate a goddamn day made up by us in this place. Can you be serious? You're joking. Well, I'm going to need some coffee on that. Folgers! Ends a sentence quite nicely. I don't know about you, but we'll figure it out. All right, continue. Don't celebrate Juneteenth. Don't celebrate anything in this country. You're out of your mind. This close to getting the fuck out of here, and suddenly now you want to get fucking comfortable? Seriously? I mean, you know, tell me something. The trajectory the country seems to be taking, how welcome do you think Reverend Senator Warnock will be when the likes of Marjorie Taylor Greene and her ilk decide to show their right-wing faces, empowered by a vote supported by the very Negroes they wish to eliminate? Dear God, the madness. And the only thing that'll prove what I'm saying is time. That's it. You'll understand what they want. Where do you think this is headed? Do you think this is headed to a kumbaya moment? Let's continue. All right, Juneteenth. Hey, fuck it. Don't like it. All right, let me see. What Black One Direction fans feel about activism. I don't care. I'm trying to find black news. You know how it goes, right? Sometimes it's sometimes it's thick, sometimes it's thin. I get a lot of Black Bear stuff, Black Sea stuff. I get Kardashians dressed in black dresses.
Military reserve.
Black news, which is what I'm looking for. All right, let's do this. A Black Bear. What is this? Juneteenth grows in popularity drawing on black culture history. God damn. Civil rights, father. They got Martin Luther King. From MLK to Obama.
It's straight from the heart. Feature.
Voiced by Hoover. They would just infuse black communities with drugs, break up black families. That's what they felt when they looked at Martin Luther King's fatherhood back then. They were so inspired, they said, let's destroy the black family. Disingenuous motherfuckers. And now you gotta put a headline on this shit to paint it real pretty. Make like you really want black people to be furthered. And you got nerve to grin. All right, let's continue. All right, as racism laws stifle black history and humanity, Juneteenth rings bittersweet. Does it, though? Does it? Jesus Christ, I don't get it. All right, I'm just looking for the news, folks. What is this? Hundreds march in Bronzeville to bring attention to murdered and missing black women in Chicago. Now there's a topic. Why do you think they're taking black women? Do you think they're exotic? No, they're not exotic. Think they're taking them for a better life? Oh, they'd go willingly, right? I mean, who wouldn't, right? Why do you think they are just pilfering black women? Why do you think us? I'm going to tell you again, that HELOC gene, that cell that doesn't die, that continues to self-replicate, they found so long ago, they are looking for that again. And they found HELOCs all over the place. You guys do some research. They're clipping and taking black women. All the things that black women provide, that women provide, they need, and they'll take it come hell or high water. And I will tell you, there's a lot of smiling involved in these abductions. A lot of smiling. Too much. Too much invitation for close proximity and abduction. I wish you would simply use your minds and the connective tissue between the acceptability of a smile, the welcomeness, and correlate that with the women who are missing in our communities in droves, and understand if they had just been on their guard a little bit, perhaps, maybe we'd make a dent in the numbers. I don't know. I'm sorry, but my God, murdered and missing. All right, anyway, I cannot get away from Juneteenth. We can get skin cancer. Dermatologists talk sunscreen for black, brown people. Dermatologists say when buying sunscreen, it's best for people of color for keywords such as broad spectrum, because, well, lower spectrums don't really reach us. What the fuck are you talking about? All right, folks, the pickings are slim. Should have went over this shit. Well, look, it's 7:04. I started a little bit late. I feel good. I think we've got enough. What do you think? I think, you know what's happening. You know they're losing their mind.
Deleted.
Looking at. You have to consider the players, what they're doing. And I gotta ask you, do you feel the danger? Because if you don't, maybe you should be a little bit more attentive, because it's out there. It's gonna be more intense as the sun grows whiter and the kingdom draws closer. But 7:05, I think I feel good. I don't want to talk about Black Adam. I don't want to talk about the same shit I talked about. I just wanted you to know it's the sun. Now get the hell to work. Drive safe. Be safe. Be on your P's. Be on your Q's. Maintain discipline. And,
True.
We'll see you tomorrow. All right, you gotta go. You guys have a good day. Wait. Hold on. It is hump day. Shit! Hump day. Listen. You're about to walk in the office, I know. You're getting dressed, and you're prepared. And as the days progress, the office atmosphere gets a little more and more awkward. You experiment in walking about without a grin on your face, and you see to understand why this is good advice. But today, halfway through the month, as you glide toward the middle of the year, you want to pay particular attention, because feelings are about to get hurt, lies are going to get exposed, and it's going to get real interesting. So what do I advise? Well, as usual, I got to tell you, you're going to be out there, and I know you got to be out there. It's just advisable. Walk about like you have a purpose.
Yep.
Go from point A to point B with assuredness and certainty. But more than that, if your face, if your countenance must be seen, do yourself the protective favor.
Get this shit out of here.
Get that goddamn grin off your faces!
Yeah, get this shit going early.
There. Doesn't that feel better?
That's right, Mr. Doug motherfucking Rice.
And you know what's crazy? Guess what he was talking about? The same thing we was talking about and tripping off this morning. And every morning we see the sun looking like starting off what, red? We can actually, like you said, see it moving and rising. Like a fucking movie. When have we ever really just sat down? I mean, like, I've sat in California off of Monterey Bay and watched the sun. Was it the sunset or the sunrise? I want to say the sunset. And it was, we saw it on the horizon
like that, right?
Because we saw it on the horizon.
And it wasn't moving like that.
It wasn't like no dramatic ass, like, damn, I see that shit floating through the goddamn blue skies. Like, we're literally, and when it's moving, it's changing colors. It starts off blood red, then it turns into that burnt orange, and then it gets a little, with that little yellow.
But it's moving,
but when it reaches to the top, what color is it?
Yellow.
What color is it? Think about it again.
Yellow.
White.
Oh, well, yeah.
Think about it.
You're right, because you can't look at it.
Think about it. I have that video I sent you today.
Because it be looking like the moon.
That video I sent you today, I don't know if it was the moon or the sun. I don't know what it was. All I know was white. And the only reason why I could see it is because I could see it through the parts of the clouds. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Now, when I was recording it, looking at it, nigga, that shit was like a hallucination trip. And when I watched the video, I didn't see that same effect that I saw watching it through my camera lens as I was recording it.
Oh, it be different.
That shit was crazy. Like the fucking sun was vibrating.
Well, it's alive.
And it was sending out waves
and that's why
of pulses. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like we can't see it, but that shit, my camera, as I was looking at it, I thought was catching that. Right?
I guess.
I got a shitty camera. You need to put that camera you got on your phone, you need to put that shit on my phone.
I don't know if they make it for your phone. It's the Z-Cam.
Well, can you, help me figure it out? Cause
we can try, but it's the
I need a camera like that.
It's the G-Cam from Pixel. That's the camera it is.
I need a camera like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't need to get this one here. It was crazy because it was white, but it was giving off these flares, and I was like, this shit look like bursts. And I'm like, but it's white though, and it's not like moving or looking like it's heated or radiating or anything. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And that's exactly what his damn theme of his video was. What the fuck is going on? And he was like, I figured it out. Why these white folks is bonkers right now.
Because the sun gonna kill their ass.
The sun. That's all he kept saying. The fucking sun. They know it. We just don't know it yet. Like with some of us. And he was like, but they know it. He's like, hence why you got the clouds and the layers. And guess what else he said? What have I been saying lately?
Look, everybody need to go look and see. Just Google Bill Gates wants to block the sun and see what the fuck
come up.
And just go read through that shit. Nigga, these niggas know. These niggas know. Nigga, you think they wanted that energy from that fucking sun? But the clouds, you can still be tapped in. Still could have got that fucking energy. But you think them niggas want that energy? And wait till June 24th. When Saturn, Mars, Jupiter, and all the motherfuckers lined up in the third.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how all the dots are connecting, right? So, what he said something in his video several times, and I'm like, dude, this shows us that great minds think alike. Number 2 is confirmation for me. Number 3, the fact that we both saying the same shit, but we're 2 different walks of life. I'm female, he's male. Keep your motherfucking head on the swivel. That's all I've been. When every post I put, I make sure I put that hashtag on it. Keep your head on the swivel. Because, yeah, these motherfuckers are bonkers. I'm going through content like.
How was your phone today? Cause my phone was shitty. And I wasn't the only one whose motherfucking AT&T was on something like, nigga, what the fuck going on?
Well, I'm trying to think because I was chilling.
Because video now, it's shitty now. And I used to get good video with you.
Yeah, I could. Your shit was fucked up. That's why I hung up. I was like, I can't deal with that. It's too hot for that. Like, this shit was break. Like we was having it like nigga, like a mothership.
So
was
we like,
around
damn,
here
they have something in this motherfucking plant fucking up with the AT&T.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, nigga, your shit was breaking up like in them sci-fi movies you watch, and they talking on the monitor, and shit goes, shit. That's how that shit was sounding. I'm like, what? Am I getting a message? Do I need to listen attentively? It's too hot. Look what I'm drinking. The fuck?
Is that?
It's good too.
Oh, they come in plastic bottles. Perrier used to come in motherfucking glass.
Well, you can choose between the two.
Oh.
You know, I just picked this up at this, you know.
Yeah, because you might want you need to start. It depends, man. Because like I said, because you know that it'd be leaching from plastic, especially when it's hot.
Let this sit. I'm drinking this shit because I know I need to be hydrated. It's fucking 100. It's 101.
I ate that big
That's
ass.
why I'm
salad.
keeping this shit on. This shit went from 100 to 100. So basically, where we're at right now in this vicinity is 101. It's hotter than where we came from. And look where we at. Surrounded by nothing but what?
Oh, this bitch got that blue line. What's that black and blue sign? What that mean?
And all
What's that flag mean?
But let me.
I'm about to
let me see.
motherfucking Google that shit. What flag is that?
Ooh.
Crackers.
On a Toyota? Is it German? It ain't Chinese. Not no black with no blue stripe. That's different.
Googling that shit right now.
Oh yeah, figure that shit out.
I should have took a
Commute
picture of that.
Chronicles.
I should have took a picture of that bitch.
Dude, there's a lot of shit going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't be so.
Motherfuckers, see, this is what I'm saying. That's why you got to be informed, because the conversations black folks are having on social media are not lined up. It's right there.
This is the bitch right here.
What is it? What they saying? I can't look at it right now. I'm driving.
Let me see. View file. Take a picture of this.
Damn, look at the smog coming out of that truck in front. That's so crazy.
Ain't fucking small. That's fucking smoke. It ain't gonna go.
Well, what they call that? Like, what is that? Like,
That's exhaust.
Exhaust, yeah. I thought that's what it creates, smoke. I mean, dude, if you at a certain vantage point in Los Angeles, you can literally see the dark cloud of smog.
A black
that
flag
covers over
with a
Los
horizontal
Angeles.
blue stripe represents mourning for law enforcement. It is called the thin blue line.
Oh my God. I had a feeling that's what it was. I had a feeling it had something to do with the Popo. I had a feeling. So now, you know, they got a flag that they showing an allegiance for. You see how shit's breaking down in districts, into tribes, into sectors.
You know, people are initially tribal anyway.
Well, I'm just saying, because the rich are about to be entertained. Literally.
Not if you go and start fucking they shit up.
Well, that's what
fuck with their money.
You don't
Them niggas
think,
not
you don't
entertained.
think they don't. You don't think that they expect that. That's why most of them going underground. Because they're not even trying to fight them odds.
Or on the ground with that earthquake.
Oh yeah, and get sealed up in the tomb. Yeah, go right ahead.
That ain't gonna save your goofy
Exactly.
ass.
It's just taking you out quicker. Giving you a quick exit. I think.
Did you? Oh, you didn't watch it. But them, oh, that's a hybrid. Go ahead, brother. But that, the show called Robots. You gotta watch them. The second season.
It's a show?
It's a show called Robots. It's animated.
Oh,
the animation is outstanding. But look, this shit. But no, because animation is where they tell the real.
Oh, I understand.
Because people be like, it's a kids show. Like, all right.
No, it ain't. That's where they put the truth at.
They wildin', dude. They got the fucking robot, the AI robot that was fucking self-destruction. The AI, was fucking that old lady up because it thought, she was an intruder in her own fucking house. It was trying to kill her dog and her. I was like, this shit. She couldn't get through the customer service to stop the motherfucker. So that I was just like,
that's a possible future because motherfuckers.
Did you hear about the Google engineer? Nigga, cause that nigga was like the AI fucking. He had questions for the AI, and that motherfucker said he's conscious. That's what, because you gotta remember, Amazon shut they shit down once that motherfucker started getting too smart. They was like, oh shit. Amazon shut their shit. Meta shut their robot down like this nigga, and now Google trying to downplay their robot talking about I'm conscious.
Oh, you should.
All it take is one robot.
Are we gonna really believe that they trying to say Facebook said they shut? They said, bitch, they the first ones.
Yeah, they shut.
Did you see? You don't remember that picture they got of that motherfucker in the middle, and them motherfuckers surrounding him looking like goddamn cyborgs with black eyes? Bitch, where your pupils at?
I told you, this is a guy at work, nigga. That nigga shit. I'm like, nigga, you are. Black goo in your eyeballs.
But when you put that dye in there, you can kind of tell when a motherfucker do that. These motherfucking eyes, their eyes were fucking black, dude.
Why the fuck?
And my thing is, if you have realms interchanging with each other, because all the narratives, I don't care what medium you're listening to. You can be on YouTube, watching Netflix, listening to the news now, because they're now talking about fucking aliens. Podcasts, I don't care where you put your ear to, the narrative is pretty much the narratives are pretty much all pointed in one direction.
Well, they gotta follow that script.
Well, not only the script, they have help of a prophecy. Like, they have the script has already been written. So they're just playing from the play. That's why I always say this is Shakespearean political theater. These motherfuckers are having fun. This is playtime for them because it's end time for them. They're getting the most out of their stay here. So they bonkers about it. Okay? We're going to have to relearn how to adapt to the new earth. That's what I'm assuming when these seers and these shamans be talking about this ascension. It's basically a rebirth. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily dying, but basically what you're going to come out of an old into a new. And in order to understand that, you use the word birth. It can be said another way in other cultures. But we're going to have to relearn how to adapt to the new earth. We'll have the capabilities to do that because of our melanin. I've always said... because you got melanin ain't going to make... You got to be able to motherfucking... Like I said, if it's getting to the point now where the shit where you just thinking and manifesting shit... Nigga, if you ain't got no goddamn self-control, then you ain't finna go there. Exactly. He said,
you are not finna go there.
He said had discipline.
That's what, exactly.
Doug was like, Mr. Rice, Mr. Nancy was like, discipline. He was going down the line. Everything that we talking about is like, boom.
Why would the earth put a motherfucker with no discipline every time that nigga thinks nigga, that's chaos. Bitch, you ain't about to go.
But it goes back to free will. So it goes back to the biblical sense, because it's like your free will. You decide if you're gonna act a fool in that, or if
you're not gonna go.
You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta raise your vibration. You're not gonna go.
Well, my thing is, I've always said, this curse, being black in America, is gonna one day be. Yeah, but they make it seem like it is.
That's fuck what they think, nigga. They
I
can't stop
understand
this
that, but there are many of our people who are in that matrix still, thinking that way, operating like that.
Well, you can't save them.
Paying jail fines and extra shit on the. I mean, come on now, what I call a nigga tax.
Well, I feel you on that, but I mean,
because you know when we riding through that new town on my new path to work, they paying $5.23. Everybody else paying $5.29. Every gas station is not very many, but guess what? There's a $5.23, and I'm sure they got a 10-cent, hookup system going on too. So it's like, come on, this shit is set up for them to win, and everybody else to fail. But now, because you put that on us, we have the armor to extend on to the next. While y'all was so worried about fucking with us, you weren't worried about your own. Or being humane.
What movie was that?
Just being humane.
What movie was that?
What? Which one? Because, we watched...
With Matt Damon. Suburbia.
Oh, my God.
They were so busy harassing the black family.
Right.
And, nigga...
That was a masterpiece.
It was wild.
That needs to be a movie shown on the big screen with every black household on one side and every white household on the other side, and then everybody talk about how they felt about that motherfucker at the end. I mean, it was masterfully done.
George Clooney directed that shit.
He masterfully did, dude. Like
it also helped you have some good ass actors, Matt Damon.
What I'm saying is, like, you would have to be stupid not to get it. It was like he made it easy for you to figure it out without making it easy for you to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
You had to watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's not one of those movies where your goofy ass got to go use the bathroom without pausing it. Because you're going to come back and be like, what the fuck?
That's why I prefer to watch movies at home, because I can put shit on pause and go do something, come back to it.
Because if you went to the bathroom through that certain scene, you what? Like, without giving something away, it's like, nigga, you done fucking lost. Suburbia. That's the name of the movie. Motherfuckers watching the black family and shit. Motherfucker wilding. Wilding.
What Meyer talking about? I think they got E85 over there. At this Meyer, if I'm not mistaken. Look how these motherfuckers is sitting, dude. They want $469, nigga. $469. I'm paying $364. Boom!
E85 is supposed to be cheap like that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's about right, though.
When it happened, when crises like this happen, it's supposed to alleviate. And that way, with us going to the E85 because of cheaper prices, it leaves more gas for the other people who don't have that choice.
When crises like this happen, that's when the rich get richer. Nigga, during the pandemic, you know how many motherfuckers got super rich? Amazon, Kroger. Best years ever.
God. I can only imagine.
My God damn.
Like, man.
The only people wasn't making no money was, guess what? That's why gas so high. Was motherfucking gas companies. Because you were at home.
Yep.
Unless you were riding your bike, because that's what they was encouraging.
That's why homegirl, see, you just gave the answer. I got a video posted earlier. The sister was like, don't y'all think it's strange that during the pandemic, it just kicked in when you said it. She was like, nobody went nowhere, nobody did nothing. And now, 8 months later, 2 years later, right? No, I don't think she said anything about the pandemic, but she was like, don't y'all think it's crazy that how when we came, okay, this is how she said it. When we came out of the pandemic in March, right? How she said
March of what? This year or
of 21, and she said gas was like $3.69. You know what I'm saying? She said we was like funky about it. We was kind of fussing about it, but you know, folks dealt with it because we was able to get out and move around. She said, but now, 8 months later, it's double or almost tripled in some places. She said some places they're paying $7, a little over $7. So she said those spikes don't even add up to an amount of 20 years. Like they've done that in 8 months, based on a 20-year span. Like, so when you said that they're basically making up for the money that they didn't make during the pandemic, basically just answered what she was talking about.
That's fucking common sense.
It just, when you said that, I was like, that's her answer.
Oh, she was asking a question and didn't get the answer?
Well, she was just kind of like, you know, on TikTok talking like, don't y'all think it's crazy how the gas is spiked up in a short period of time then it's done in a 20-year span?
No, I think it is perfectly planned. That's, nigga, let's get this bread.
Right.
Because, nigga, they about to push this electric shit.
Well, they know folks gonna have to do it because
they
gotta go to work.
Well, no, nigga, y'all getting pushed out. They about to go electric. Let's get this bread now.
Ooh.
And the pandemic. Niggas ain't putting that shit together. Goofy motherfucker. I ain't the smartest nigga in the room, but god damn.
I heard they gonna give out vouchers. They're gonna make it easy for them.
That's okay, then, because if you ever try to get away from the niggas with sirens, they just gonna get behind you, cutting the bitch on. Because the Tesla stopped. I can't talk about the other cars, but the Tesla will stop, nigga, and roll the windows down on its own.
Nope, I can't say I'm not ready for that.
Well, if you get that car with that computer chip, nigga, guess what?
I am not ready for that. I mean, like, okay, so like, what was I watching today? See, when you asked me, was I on social media? No, because I was watching the Avengers Endgame. That's a long-ass goddamn movie.
It's over 3 hours.
And I still ain't finished. I'm still, I had to pause that motherfucker, because I'm like, I got to get up and do some shit. This shit is long as hell, but it's good. But I'm watching this shit and I'm like, dude, they giving you clues. Look at the skies. Look at this. I'm like, look at this shit. That dude. They dropping so many clues. I gotta sit there and watch it so I can point them out to you. But I was like bugging out on that movie. It was an information overload.
All the Marvel shit, and Marvel dumbs this shit down so much. It ain't like everything, everywhere, all at once. It ain't like that.
Well, everything, everywhere, all at once, man.
You had to be paying attention.
You cannot walk away from that shit. I don't give a fuck. I had to, and I'm bad with that, so I had to sit there and watch. But once you get into it, you can't pull away. You know, once you get into it, it's a wrap. Like, yeah, you're gonna sit there and watch the rest of that fucking movie. But it's kind of slow.
And that was my second
up.
time watching it. Seeing different shit. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has a slow build. You know
like,
what I'm saying?
Fuck? Like, oh, shit. And that movie was over 2 hours.
No, but, you know, Doug was on point, though. He was talking some real shit. Basically prophesizing, you know, what's to come.
They need to find out who the fuck played the daughter, because she was hilarious in that bitch.
In what?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Right.
She was wild. Actually, everybody was good in it. Everybody was good in it.
I think the reason why this route is shorter because 94 goes, it's like a long
this is straight,
rubber band.
This straight east.
Yeah.
This straight east.
Yeah, it's like a straight angle.
Right.
You know, cut this way and cut that way. But 94 is like a long rubber band round, it's going around shit and then coming back. And I'm like, that. I think that's what makes up the time and the distance. This is, the reason why I said it, because I left in a half-hour span, like if I was supposed to be leaving for work, like if I was leaving a half hour ahead. And I did that. Instead of leaving an hour, I made it. The tank was below a half a tank. It made it. So if we under a half a tank, it'll make it. I tested that out today.
Just put the trip meter on.
I guess I can do that tomorrow. Just remind me, please. You know what I'm saying? And I'll forget. But that's a good idea. You can do it on your trip A, and mine will be trip B.
Do what?
What you're saying, make a comparison, because you like to take the freeway, so yours would be trip A.
Oh, got it.
Because it's set up like that. You can have two trips going consecutively. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta clear it, and then we can start the recording tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna end this live though. So like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Commute Chronicles. Everybody be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. And stay blessed. Peace.